Hello and welcome to the Playcast for tonight. Looks like I'm on the ninth day of winter here, so let's see what's going on. Had a little bit of a headache today, so this doesn't seem like a bad way to finish off the day. Hey, my horse is there. Good deal. The stable just got done. And I should be able to go get my pickaxe back. Okay, wow. That's right, they didn't eat yesterday because it was a festival day. Starting to get ahead on money, I would say. Not sure what I should do today. Let's see what we got going on here. It's Tuesday, so I can't upgrade any buildings. Or buy any animals. So that's out. I don't need much here, do I? I forget when I said, I think pufferfish were summer. I forget what I said. Yeah, summertime 12 to 4. Which is why they're hard to come by. So can't go fishing for pufferfish. So that's out. I don't think I have 3 apples, but that's something to check on. I could take wine, but I don't have the rabbit's foot yet. I think I don't have any truffles yet, but I could maybe get those too. And I don't have those things yet, so let's see about apples. If I have 3 apples, that'd be 1 bundle I could do. Nope. That's annoying too, because I've got 2 of this, 2 gold ones and 2 regular ones, but I can't. I've run into that before. You've got to have 3 in a stack. So I have to wait till I get 1 more apple. Let's see, if I go and get my pickaxe back, should I give him something to upgrade, like the watering can? That'd be a good plan, wouldn't it? Let him upgrade the watering can to steel. Yeah, that'd be a good plan. And I can go, let's see, I'll make a run to the Adventurers Guild to sell some stuff here. I guess that's all I've got to sell, really. I still can't talk to the dwarf. Let's see, yeah. I'll probably go mining tomorrow. Maybe today I can just fish. Yeah. Yay, and off we go. Horse definitely speeds things up. You can... But the only bad thing about it is then you don't really... It's kind of either the mines or the mining carts or the horse. You can't really use both because you can't take the horse on the mining carts. So it's kind of like you have to use one or the other. They'll do some visiting while I'm around here. Sure thing, bro. One thing about the game is different events are triggered in different places, and so she's hitting again. Some events are triggered in people's houses, so if you don't go in... Oh, here we go. If you don't go in the house once in a while... Oh, she's having a... This one's... They added Emily as a romance character, one of the bachelorettes, one of the people you can romance. They added her later on. She wasn't originally one of them, and I don't know. The scenes with her, they're kind of they do feel kind of tacked on because for one thing, you don't do anything in them. They just happen and you just watch for the most part. What is that? What'd she say? Something about a bulge in your... I don't know. That was weird. Jeez, I'm not even 2 stars with Sam yet. I have been neglecting the friends part of the game, I suppose. Which I generally do, because I'm running around trying to get everything done. And that part of the game just does take time. Tomorrow is going to be a firewood day. Off cutting firewood and hauling firewood here. And I picked up a pair of goggles, so that's exciting. So hopefully I will not get any sawdust in my eyes this time, because I'm getting kind of tired of that. Yay, gold pickaxe. So course I got nothing. Why would I have anything? So that's the plan for tomorrow anyway. Try to move a couple loads of firewood. It's supposed to be about high of 30-ish, 32-ish, about basically a high of right around freezing, which generally you'd like it to just be a little below freezing just to keep the ground frozen so it's not muddy. But it might get a little too warm for that tomorrow. But it should be all right. Not much valuable here, but like gemstone stones will show up here sometimes. And I kind of figure, I'm just guessing because I don't know how I don't know how it's written, but I'm guessing that if you don't clear the ordinary stones out of the way, you're not going to get those. You're not going to get the valuable ones as often. Got a secret note. So I figure it probably makes sense to clear the junk out here now and then, even if it is just junk. And I'm not overly stocked up on stone anyway, I don't think. You know what? I have something coming here. Whatever the reward for bats is. Oh, that's the vampire ring, that's right. I should have that coming. I forgot about that. Oh, I got two things coming. The hard hat for the duggies and the vampire ring for the bats. Let's see what... that's okay. So... I think the vampire ring is decent. It gives you a little health every time you slay a monster, so... I don't know, it doesn't seem like much. It's not like... Ooh. Secret in the dark tunnel. I guess I could go do that. After I make a run through up here. not that tunnel. Not exactly turning up a lot of artifacts here with all my digging. No, I haven't come to ready to kill you. Some things about the way this game is designed are just smart. Just like the fact that getting on your horse works so well. Basically, you just have to be close to him and jump, and you land on the horse. It's not like a special key you gotta press or anything. It just works. A lot of stuff about this game just works. Guess that's there somewhere. I guess I took all this kind of, well, not all of it. I guess I took some of that inside. Okay, if we're gonna go to the dark tunnel, might as well take along what I know I'm gonna need. It's funny, I played this game quite a bit before I realized you could go this way, down this road. Just something about the way it looks, it just didn't seem like you'd be able to do that. And that's as far as you can go. But here in the dark, bring a rainbow shell. And off we go again. So we gotta take a rainbow shell up to the railroad tracks and drop it in a box. And then we'll get a quest that we can't do until next fall. So, no real hurry, but might as well do it. Place 10 beets inside the mayor's fridge. And I'm pretty sure beets are a fall crop anyway. They're a year 2 crop. You don't have them yet. So it'll be a while on that. See, I think I said I was going to go mining tomorrow. So, guess I'll get ready for that. The other kind of cool thing about the horse, it's not realistic or anything, but wherever you leave your horse, he always shows back up in your stable in the morning. So you don't have to try to get the horse home or try to remember where you left your horse so you can go find him back. He's in the stable in the morning. So it's one of those things that, yes, you would never think of it if you were trying to like write a realistic farming simulator or something, but it's just a nice little game thing that makes the game better, even though it's not, even though it's kind of silly, but it works. Sell this one egg just because I don't think I've sold. Oops, what am I doing here? Come on. I only got 2 buttons, can't keep getting the wrong one every time. You got collections of what you've sold so far, and so I haven't sold any milk. I have sold a regular cheese. So I'll have to start trying to complete that at some point. It doesn't matter until you get them all. Once you get them all, you get a pretty nice reward for it, but until then, it does not matter. Alright, so we're going mining. So down to, let's go 90. Didn't seem like I was hitting much dirt to dig in the 80s. Wrong one. I thought I got lucky there and nailed it on the first try, but nope. Wrong dwarf scroll. Those things are so easy to kill. It almost feels like it's a bug or something that they're that harmless, because you don't run into them until the lower levels, but then they're just in nothing. Hoeing through the dirt isn't exactly exciting, but it has to be done, damn it. There it is. There's number 4. Alright, so let's see. Well, I need to get that to Gunther by 6 o'clock, I guess. Until then, I can spend a little time. Gather some geodes. I guess that the thing did a little damage to me that time. Still, just not very threatening. He cursed me. Here come the bats. Another note. Just trying not to get too many things all coming at me at once here. These guys. Killed him before he could jump through me. collecting all kinds of dwarf scrolls today. I guess I should get out of here if I'm gonna try to get to Clint's in time to crack these geodes too, so let's go. Oh, he's not going to be able to because he's got my... He can't do that while he's working on your tools. Oh well. I'll do that another day. Reward. Poof. Come hanging in my room. That's pretty forward. So now I should be able to talk to the dwarf. Because I have the Dwarvish translation guide. So now we can start to become friends. You know what? I might as well go down there and try to collect some more iron. I think I was still short on iron because I just used... Ooh, there's a nice batch. Let's see. That's what you want to use your bombs on. Plus, I haven't killed my quota of these guys yet, these dust bunnies. Or slimes, for that matter. Another note. I'm just mindlessly running around and cracking rocks. Abigail's list and Maru's list. bats. Hats for bats. More bats. Thing is, I've already gotten the reward for killing bats, so it doesn't really gain me much to keep killing bats. I get bat wings, which I don't need. I guess you get a little experience from them, but that's about it. Another note. That one, I guess, is just a picture. I guess it doesn't have any meaning. It's just a picture of Marnie and Jazz when they were, I don't know, a few years ago. When they were it's just a picture of them a few years prior. As far as I know, it has no purpose in the game. It's not like a clue to anything, it's just there. Getting close to too late here. I'm gonna have to be getting out of here soon. No, that's right, it doesn't go through. I gotta hustle back around. At least now that I got my horse, it's even faster to get home. Because there he is. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I've got almost 200 bat wings, and I don't think I really even have a purpose for them. There are things you can, I mean, there is a crafting recipe that you use them for. I just don't remember what it is. And it's definitely not anything that you need that many of them for. Well, time is up. I gotta get Gotta get inside. I hadn't pet the dog yet? That's hard to believe. He must have been hiding from me. Oh, I fell asleep. One step away from bed. See. Alright, so today then, today can be a day to today can be a day to go to town and do stuff. Must be getting late. I'm having a hard time talking. Okay, crabs go there. Extra dwarf scrolls go there. Extra amethyst can go there. Can't water the dog. No watering can. I can come back and do it later, but I just can't do it now. Let's see. Could I get a... I'm wondering how close I am to being able to upgrade one of my buildings. I'm thinking I'm probably looking at 20,000 for the coop and 24 for the barn, I think. So I'm not there yet. Okay, so I've sold a battery. I haven't sold a goat cheese, so I'll sell that. I haven't sold any eggs. I guess I have to sell one of each kind of egg for this. Except the void egg. I have sold a void egg. Actually, what I should probably do is take along 5 gold bars so that I can immediately re-upgrade my watering can. Get it from him and then just turn around and hand it right back and say, now make it gold. Because then, by spring, I'll be able to use it to do 3x3 areas, which is quite convenient. course, then it isn't long before you get iridium sprinklers and you can just have all your crops sprinkled and not have to use the watering can at all. But for now, it's a nice thing to have. I can't go that way. The horse. Yay. Alright, let's get these geodes cracked first, and then we'll upgrade the watering can again. So I learned Python yesterday. That's sort of a joke. I didn't actually learn a whole programming language in one day, but if you've programmed in several languages, you can kind of get a feel for one, I think, in a day. You can get the basics of, okay, this is how the syntax works. And Python's syntax is pretty weird with the indentation supplying syntax. But it's not hard, it's just different. And it does, I don't know, I resisted learning it for a long time, just because there's an attitude in the Python community that's sort of opposite the attitude in the Perl community. The Perl attitude is there's more than one way to do it, and basically you use whatever method works best for you. And the attitude in the Python community is there's one way to do it. And not that they're necessarily hard asses about it, but just the idea that it's not supposed to be just kind of make it up as you go along. It's supposed to be, yes, there are best ways to do each thing with the language. And I think that's helped. That's one reason it's been so adopted by corporations and by people who are programming together or trying to make sure their programs are can be maintained by different programmers and things as well. If your language kind of enforces certain ways of doing things and everybody does them the same way, then yeah, you can see where that would be helpful in an organization. I don't need that stuff right now. So I was just kind of resistant to that, plus the whole thing that the name comes from Monty Python, and there's so much with technology. There's so much, let's be cute, let's have a cute name and a cute logo and all that kind of stuff. But there again, they're not real obnoxious about that either. It's just like, though, that's where the name came from, and so when they do examples, like in the tutorials and stuff, they'll use like Monty Python quotes, and like, yeah, it's not that big a deal. So there are some things about it that I think, well, that's an odd way to do that. Some of the, like the fact that you can have an else block after a for loop, and it's not really an else block. I don't know why they called it that, because it actually runs when the for loop finishes, unless you broke out of the for loop, which I normally think of breaking out of a for loop as the exception. So you would think the else block would run when you break out of the for loop, not when you don't. So that's a little strange. I'm surprised it isn't just called an after block or something. Hey, we're going to have our picnic in the snow. Penny's making her play here. If you tell her, no way, I hate kids, then it basically knocks your friendship points back down to 0. Or something pretty extreme like that. I think it's the only situation where you can do that much damage to one of your friendships with a townsperson by one of the choices you make. Basically, just resets you. Which actually, I mean, it makes sense considering her. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Those answers don't matter. It's just the ones about kids. I'm not sure what it does if you skip it. That's why I'm not skipping it. Yeah, I didn't know. I thought I knew that cutscene would be showing up at 8 hearts. I just didn't know if it would show up in the winter time or if it would wait until spring. But got that out of the way. Let's see, what else am I doing here? Anyway, I was talking about Python when I got interrupted by the cutscene there. There are a few things like that I think that's an odd design choice, but overall, I think it's laid out pretty well. With any language, the easy stuff is the syntax and the looping and things like that, because basically every language has those things, and it's just a question of, okay, how does this language do it? And they all do it like they all basically get it from some other language. It's nobody's inventing anything new. Everything comes from a language that's been around for a long time. It's just a question of which one. So it's like, okay, it gets these things from Lisp, and it gets these things from like Python gets its syntax from a language called ABC, which was a teaching language way back in the 70s, I think. It never really caught it. It never was really used, except for teaching, just teaching people programming concepts, and so it gets some things from that. It obviously gets some things from Lisp. Gets some things from Perl, like the regular expressions. So you go through and you're like, okay, well I see how that works. I see how this works, and so learning that part isn't hard. What's harder is, okay, then you get past that, you get into, okay, how does it do the object oriented stuff? Because all these languages all have to do they all have to be object oriented now. That's the rage. And so when you get into, okay, how do you do classes and subclasses, and what kind of inheritance do you have, or do you have multiple inheritance? You get into all that stuff, and then there is a lot more to learn. If you're going to deal with that, which you probably to some extent you have to, but you don't have to just to start learning the language and write little programs that do calculations or whatever. So I don't know. I think I basically decided, okay, it's time I've got to learn this, because there's a lot of stuff out there that's in Python. There's a lot of it gets used as a plug-in language quite a bit for other programs. It's like, okay, if you want to write a plug-in for this, write it in Python. Like, okay, so I need to be able to understand it well enough to work on things like that, and which means I need to be able to program in it. Those are basically the same thing. So, just like I say, I learned to program in Python today. Okay, I'll take those inside. I don't know what I use. I'm sure you use pine tar for something. Let's see, have I sold any of that yet? I have sold honey. And, yep, I've sold all 3 of those. Okay, so there's no hurry on that. I guess as long as I got one in my pocket here, I'll sell it. I'll turn this honey into mead. And like I said, Python is getting to be it's getting to be a language that companies kind of expect you to know. Not that I'm really working for any companies, but you never know what might come up. And it's just, if somebody says, "Can you write this for us?" they're going to be more inclined to accept something written in Python than something written in Perl right now, just because they're going to be more confident that they can get somebody who understands the thing written in Python. If they need to have somebody else do something to it down the road. Let's see. Let's take these. I'm just kind of futzing around right now. Take those inside. But I do, like I say, I've never really there were some things about Python or the Python community or whatever that just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But I do like some aspects of the language. I do like the cleanness of it, and the indentation thing doesn't bug me as much as I thought it would. It probably would have a few years ago, but since I've been using org mode a lot in Emacs, I've kind of gotten used to I've kind of gotten used to indentation, I guess, as structure in outline mode. And I should plant some more winter stuff there. I was waiting for. Let's see, it must be in here. Yep. Oop. I should get some fertilizer too. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I think the indentation thing would have bothered me, but it doesn't, because I've gotten used to with org mode when you're at a level of indentation and you want to change levels of indentation, you just hit tab and it just automatically cycles through the possible levels that would make sense. So if you're at level 2, then like it'll cycle to level 3 and then back to level 1, back around to level 2. So it's really easy and intuitive to do that. So the Python mode in Emacs is kind of the same way. You go to the next line and then you just hit tab, and generally I think it does a pretty good job of guessing where you want to be, and then if you don't want to be there, you just hit tab until you are. So if you had to put in all the indentation by hand, then yeah, that would be pretty annoying. But since it's just like with the other modes, like C or Perl or something like that, it automatically indents to where you want to be just for readability, and this is able to indent for your structure kind of the same way. It doesn't have as much to go on because it doesn't have the brackets and stuff, but it still does a good job. Hey, did I get something good there? Yeah, something for Gunther. I don't think I can get it to him by 6 o'clock tonight, but I will hang on to it. She's hinting there. It's lonely up here in the mountains. Come visit me. Let's see. I've been meaning to cut this tree down because I'm just a little concerned that stuff growing too close to the barns could damage them. I'm just not sure how that works. And got an apricot. I don't need an apricot, but got one anyway. Let's check on this. Whoops. Just turned all those junk fish into sashimi to sell. Have I sold? Yes, I've sold those 3 bars. I haven't sold an iridium bar yet. guess I have a couple. I can sell one. All right. One more thing to sell. Maybe I'll be able to afford a building upgrade tomorrow. Probably not quite. I think I'm going to need 20,000 to upgrade any buildings. Uh-oh. Void essence, okay. So I can go and buy a bouquet. Take care of my animals first. Hey, new baby chick. I think that name had 3 L's in a row in it. That's a little weird. Hey, it's a brown one too. Good deal. That's what I wanted, a brown chicken, because as we all know, brown chickens lay brown eggs. Let's see, I need to sell a big white one and a small white one. So, take those 2 with me. I guess I also need to sell one of those each. Alright, let's go visit the wizard. And then we'll come back to town and get a bouquet. Because we got to at some point. Ooh, I can get a puffer fish already. Not have to wait till summer. That's worth it. That is worth it. $1,000, good deal. It's a little out of the way, but he does pay well. Alright, on to town. Frozen tier for Sebastian. Well, well, there's the store right there. Let's just go in and get it. Bouquet ought to be more expensive considering what it is. Considering it's basically, well, sort of an engagement ring. It doesn't quite line up, but more or less. It would be if you could only give one at a time, but you can give more than one at a time, so it's not really what it is, but still, considering what it means, it should cost more. Oh. Now that's right, the pufferfish has got to go to the community center. What was I came here to get a frozen tier, that's right. Can't keep track of two things at once. I've got to get that to Sebastian, who is kind of hard to get at when he's in his room. If you're not friends with him enough, which I'm sure I'm not. I really doubt I've got 2 hearts. Yeah, got 1. If you can't go in his room, you gotta wait for him to come out, which he doesn't. Well, he'll be at the bar tonight, though. So I can definitely catch him there. Yes, your parents were bewildered when you wanted to be a carpenter, because this is the 1950s, and a girl couldn't be a carpenter. Let's go drop off the pufferfish. There will also be a time when Demetrius asks for a pufferfish, but that time is not today. We've got to find the receiver of the bouquet here. Can't remember if I gave Clint the thing yesterday or no. It was just yesterday. There she is. What do I got to donate? Oh, that's right. The thing I said I was bringing to donate. Reward. A useless statue. Can always use more of those. Oh, she feels bad for Linus. How nice. I think I'll give her a bouquet. So let's comb the beach here, and then I'm not sure what time Sebastian will get to the bar. It's probably after 5 or so. So, since I'm early, let's just go right down here and fish. We'll fish for a couple hours and then head into the bar. Whoa. Something exciting. I bet this is a lingcod. Yep, they're pretty jumpy. Ooh, another one. Tiger trout. She's headed for the bar. And time stops. It's funny when people are walking by and time stops when you catch a fish, so they just stop. Another lingcod. How much those things are worth. Let's see here. Yeah, they're only worth 180 for the gold. Which, well, mine aren't even gold. Why aren't they gold? Well, these two are, okay. So 180 for the gold starred ones and 150 for the... Thing is, any fish that's worth 150 or less is actually more efficient to turn it into quality fertilizer, because quality fertilizer costs 150. So if you turn those fish into it, as long as you can use that much quality fertilizer, which you can use quite a bit, it actually makes more sense to turn them into fertilizer. And there aren't many fish that are actually worth more than 150. Especially for the non-gold starred ones. Penny walks the kids home from school, but I don't know really why they stand there for a while. Like they just stand there for a while, and then Vincent goes inside, and then they stand there a little more, and then they head towards Jazz's house. And then pretty soon Penny comes back. But it's just kind of funny that they just stand there for a little while in the street. Or on the sidewalk, I guess. It's not really a street, even though I'm riding my horse up and down it. Fishing tackle is worn out. It's a good time to stop. Make one for the next time. She got anything else to say? Nope. She's speechless about the bouquet. That's what it is. Paid for my delivery. Talk to everybody. Except the people who won't talk. Oh, talk to Clint. I gotta get out of his way. Well, that's 4 days, so I guess I'm gonna be, after I sort things out here, I guess I'm gonna be done for tonight. Doesn't seem like I've been playing all that long, but probably have been. Let's see what goes in here. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. Here's what I'm looking for. Put in the gold starred ones and sell the others, I guess. Carry this crab around on my head for a while. Oops. Yeah, that was dumb. Didn't actually want to throw away the wood. It's not worth enough. Okay, it'd be nice if I could make over 4,000 overnight so that I've got, that'll help. So I've got enough to go and buy a coop upgrade. The coop upgrade would give me rabbits, and let's see. Coop upgrade would give me rabbits, which would give me wool and rabbit's feet. So that would be a good thing to do tomorrow. Otherwise, I am turning in. That will be it for tonight. I might have come up a little short. Oh well. We will see next time. When it will be, yeah, well, I can go sell something at the store to make up the few bucks there. So anyway, that is it for tonight, and I want to thank you for watching.